Hello, everybody. It's Izzy from Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's been a long time no see, right? Been a little busy, so I hope you guys are doing well. And today we're going to be making kind of like an emotion map. All right, so what you're going to do today is you're going to need a piece of paper, any piece of paper. I grabbed this from my book, like my school book. So maybe don't do that. Maybe get some like blank paper if you have any. All right, we're going to take a piece of paper and we're going to take 4 colors. And now these 4 colors are really important because they're going to represent our emotions. So I have 4 colors here, and these colors represent my emotions. So I have 1 color for excited, 1 color for happy, 1 color for mad, and 1 color for sad. All right, so I have these 4 colors that represent my emotions, and I have my piece of paper. Now what we're going to do with this piece of paper is divide it into 4 pieces, right? We're not going to rip it, we're just going to fold it. So first I'm going to fold it hamburger style. All right, fold it down and across just like this line here, okay? And next I'm going to turn it and fold it the other way, hot dog style. All right, I'm going to try and get as even lines as possible, just like this. All right, and in the end, you're going to have something that looks like this. See? So I've got all my emotions here, and we're going to ask ourselves 2 very important questions. It's going to be, what makes us feel this way? And what do we do when we feel this way? So I'm going to grab my black marker, and I'm going to trace over the little creases that I've made. And I'm going to just do that now with you guys here. So I'm going to do that really carefully. That way it's not too crooked, and it looks nice. And again, one more time. And if it's a little crooked, you don't have to worry about that because it's just for you. And it's just to help maybe bring some new things to the surface. That way you can think about something. You know, what makes you upset? Because sometimes something happens and we're not really sure how we feel. So having a little map can help us figure out what emotions we're feeling and what to do when we're feeling this way. So I'm going to start with my favorite emotion, which is happy, right? I'm going to draw a little smiley face in the corner of my very first square. So right here, I'm going to label this my first square, and I'm going to draw a little happy face, okay? And you can even put in the box, you can write down the questions, right? What do I do when I'm happy, and what makes me happy? Or you can flip it, right? What makes me happy, and what do I do when I'm happy? So that's my first color, and I've decided to use green. You guys can use whatever color you want, as long as it means happy to you guys. The next color I'm going to do is my sad color, and I chose like a purple gray color because I think this color really just means sad to me. So I'm going to make the same little smiley face, and this corner over here, I'm going to make a sad face. All right, and make a circle, just so that we know that that color means sad to us. All right, so I've got 2 smiley faces right here, 1 happy, 1 sad little faces. The next one we're going to do is angry. Now, I wonder how many colors are going to be for the angry. So I chose red for angry. I don't know what colors you guys are. I'm interested in to find out. So feel free to leave comments down below. What color means angry or happy? You guys can write down whatever colors, all 4 of your colors. See how you feel about them, right? So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put my angry face in. And the angry face kind of makes like a squiggly line and some darted eyebrows, right? He's pretty angry. So just kind of like, if you guys ever seen the Inside Out movie, we have all of those little emotions living inside of our head, right? And the very last emotion I chose today was to do the excited emotion. That way we've got 2 positive emotions and 2 negative emotions on polar ends. All right, so here we go, happy. So this is going to be my excited color. So excited, I chose to make a really big smiley face. You know, that was like just extra, you know, very excited to be doing whatever I'm doing that makes me excited. All right, so that's my excited face. So I have 4 little faces in my squares. We've got happy, we've got sad, we've got upset and angry, and then we've got excited. All right, so the very first question you're going to ask yourself is, what makes me happy? And for me, that can be hanging out with friends. So I would draw a picture of me hanging out with my friends. And the second question is, what do I do when I'm happy? And that you can smile, right? I smile a lot when I'm happy. I talk a lot. I like talking. It makes, I tell people that I'm happy, right? Maybe I even dance if I'm really happy. I do a little dance. So you can draw that, and you can even write the questions in. I like to write a little blurb kind of at the end. What makes me happy? I said hanging out with my friends. That makes me happy. And then you can see us all there smiling in a little group. So you can draw that picture in, take your time with it. You can pause the video because I'm just going to move on to the next one. So you can pause it here, take your time, draw your video, and we're going to move straight into sad. So the sad emotion, we're going to ask ourselves, what makes us sad? And what do we do when we're sad, right? So when I'm sad, what makes me sad, I guess, would be being alone, right? Especially with COVID and everything, I feel really alone sometimes. And when it's raining outside and I can't do anything and go hang out with my friends safely, I get kind of sad. And it doesn't mean extremely sad. Like, I'm not always crying and I'm not always super sad, but sometimes I'm just not happy, right? And so I said being alone. As you can see here, I drew a little picture of a little stick man being alone, right? And it's raining outside. So what you can do is you can think about what makes you sad, and sometimes it's, it doesn't have to be the same as mine. It can be whatever you think about. And then you are going to ask what you do when you're sad. So sometimes I get really quiet and I will listen to music, right? Sometimes I'll cry if I'm sad. What else? Sometimes I'll draw if I'm feeling sad because it makes me feel happier, right? Sometimes you do things to make yourself feel better, and sometimes you just want to be sad. And that's kind of where the crying comes in, is you got to let it out sometimes. It's not good to keep all your emotions bottled in. And that's what this map is supposed to help us do. It's supposed to help us take all of our emotions that we're feeling, take them out and deal with them in a productive way that doesn't make us feel bad or doesn't make other people feel upset either. Because we don't want to, if we're feeling sad and someone else is feeling happy, we don't want to make them feel sad, right? But sometimes you gotta talk about it, right? So if someone's really, really happy and you're really sad, you can say, I'm really sad right now. And maybe the best thing to do is to be just alone for a second so you can properly deal with your emotions. You can take a look at your map, right? And see what makes you happy, right? Because you can use those together. So if you're sad and you want to be happy, you can look at your map and see what makes you happy when you're sad. All right? I hope that, guys, makes sense. Take your time, think about it. Please feel free to pause the video, draw what makes you sad, right? And you can even write it down. I wrote it down here. Being alone makes me sad. All right? And we're going to switch right over into the happy emotion, which is right down. So we're going to go over and down into our happy, or excited square, sorry. Our excited square. So I asked myself, what makes me excited? And the answer is doing something or going somewhere new. So new things make me really excited. Whether it's trying new things, going new places, meeting new people, that makes me really excited. So I drew that. I kind of just drew me jumping in the air because that's kind of what I do when I'm excited, is I'll jump or I'll sing and I'll dance. I'll laugh maybe, probably maybe shout if I'm really excited, like a roller coaster, right? So that makes me excited, is doing new things, trying new things, going new places, or meeting new people, right? And what I do is I jump, sing, dance. I do a whole bunch of all these fun, super cool things when I'm excited. Sometimes I'll do a little dance if I'm really excited. And you could think of whatever makes you excited, whatever makes you happy, and then what you do when you're excited and happy. So it should be kind of similar to what your happy is. But as you can see, it's not, they're not really in the new things. I mean, people are there, and meeting new people makes me excited. So they're kind of like similar emotions. All right. And then, again, feel free to pause the video, take your time, really think about it, and draw it out. You can do a really detailed drawing, or you can do stickmen just like I did, all right? It's just for you to figure out how you're feeling and what you can do when you're feeling that way, all right? So next, we're going to move on to the angry section of our things. So we can get angry for lots of reasons, right? And when we get angry, often we can feel like we want to do something that we know isn't right. So that could be like hitting someone or breaking something. We know in our heads, well, that's not the right answer. That's going to make other people feel really angry too, right? And we don't want to drag other people into it. We want everyone to be happy, right? We want people to be happy. We want us to be happy. But right now we're not. So we can think about things that we can do when we're angry, right? What we do when we're angry and what makes us angry, right? So what makes me angry is when people say mean things to me, right? Or tease me. I can get really mad and angry. So I wrote that here. So we've got some mean words, and then there's me with a mean face. And what you can do when you're angry is I like to talk to my friends, talk to people that don't make me feel angry, right? So that could be your mom, that could be your dad or your brother or sister. Maybe they're making you angry, so you can talk to your friends. Or if you even have any stuffed animals or imaginary friends you want to talk to, you can tell them how you're feeling. You can say, I'm really angry because someone was mean to me, or I'm really angry because, and then your reason, right? But I also like to rip up a piece of paper sometimes. You can stop. Sometimes you can go somewhere and scream, but you want to make sure that you're not alarming anyone. You don't want to freak anybody out. And screaming in the house is probably not a good idea either, right? Because that can make other people angry, and we don't want that. Because if more people are angry, then the angry just builds. The mad just builds. And we want it to go down, right? We don't want to stay angry. We want to be happy, right? Or neutral. So neutral is kind of just in the middle, where you kind of feel none of these emotions, really. You're kind of just like, right now, I would say I'm neutral. I'm here. I'm excited. I'm not super excited to be here, but I'm here and I'm happy, but I'm not super happy that I'm laughing or extremely, like, there's the extreme emotions and then there's the middle emotions, right? Like, I'm not sad right now. I'm not angry. I'm also not super happy or excited. So I'm kind of just in the middle. I'm neutral, right? And I can do lots of things when I'm neutral. Maybe I can do my homework. Maybe I can do, I don't know, go ride my bike. Maybe that'll make me happy. But right now, just kind of in the middle, right? In the middle. So we want to bring everyone we wish if everyone was just on this neutral level or this happy level, that's good. But again, we don't want to ignore our emotions, right? We want to make sure that we're dealing with them. That way, they don't come back and make us feel bad. Because sometimes we can get really anxious or nervous for no reason, especially if you're angry with a person and that's never talked about. So if, let's say my sister said something really mean to me and I just ignored it and I didn't tell anyone that I was angry, maybe the feeling will go away, but when I see her again, I might still be angry, right? So we can do that. We can draw pictures of angry people or what makes you angry. And you can have all your 4 pictures here in the middle, just kind of as a map to help kind of guide you in your emotions. So if you're angry and you're like, I don't know why I'm so angry right now, I just feel like yelling and screaming and kicking, maybe you can come back to this and be like, whoa, this is what normally makes me angry. Did that happen today? Like if I'm really angry, will I be like, and I don't know what made me angry. I'm like, did my sister, or did I have a fight with my sister? Maybe, right? That maybe it didn't happen today. Maybe it happened a while ago and it's still sitting in me, right? Maybe I'm still feeling those emotions. So take a second, really plan this out, think about it, and maybe it'll help you one day. I know this has definitely helped me a few times, especially if because I've been feeling kind of sad lately. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm feeling so sad. And then I remember that being alone can make me feel sad. And, this whole pandemic, you're kind of alone a lot, right? Because you can't hang out with your friends that much, right? You have to be careful. So being alone can make me sad. And that's what happens, right? That's what I'm like, oh, wait, that's probably why I'm sad. So what are things that I can do, right? I can go hang out with my friends outside, right? That way we're not worried about getting sick or anything like that, right? We're hanging out, maybe distancing, or maybe I can call someone or message someone. There are certain things that I can do. Or maybe if I'm feeling sad, I can try something new that I haven't tried before, right? Or maybe if I'm feeling angry, I can maybe hang out with my friends and tell them how I'm feeling, right? So I hope this helps you guys. I know it's a little bit longer, but you know how I like to do my videos. I hope you guys find this helpful, especially during these times, kind of crazy with school going on and everything else, and not being able to hang out with your friends as often as you'd like. So I feel there's a lot of emotions that we have to figure out, right? And sometimes it's hard. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to wear masks when you're in public, right? And be safe, be happy, right? Or be neutral, right? You can do whatever. I'm not gonna tell you how to feel, right? You figure out how you want to feel and you pick that, but don't drag anyone down with you, right? If someone else is happy, you don't want to make them upset. That's not very nice. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys on that note. Again, make sure to comment what colors you guys are using as your emotions, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Take care.